Hello, welcome. This is Si Win Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Thank you for attending. Today's topic, I'm going to talk about what happened in Austin, Texas, 3 to 5 years ago. All right. So let's take a step back. Our network is a real estate investment club. We take out-of-state investors to buy in the best cash flow markets in the country. All right, and all cash flow, turnkey situation, property management in place. So regardless of where you live, you can achieve passive real estate investing, buy properties remotely through our network markets, which we have the whole one-stop shop available in each market: property management, title company, loan agents, rehab, a team, the whole 9 yards, okay, where you can buy 5, 10 properties or more in the next few years and still does not need to work full time. I mean, you don't need to put in the time to manage your properties, okay, because it is passive, remote out-of-state investing. We have all the systems and process and procedures in place. We can become very successful. We have helped for almost 20 years, hundreds and hundreds of investors to buy turnkey, rent-ready cash flow properties because we've been doing this for so long in many markets. So today, I'm going to talk about the Austin metro market. In case you have not heard, just last year alone, inside the Austin metro, the prices have increased by 40 to 50% appreciation in just 1 year, the year 2020, when the pandemic began. So I'm not telling you to time the market, nothing like that, but we are always in front of the real estate market. So we, based on our advanced research teams, we find the market before they become, before the public knows about it. So we get in early before the boom occurs. So for our investors that follow us, that do their own research and due diligence, and use our system, use our real estate investment club, if you will, and pull the trigger and let our great property managers to manage your properties, sight unseen, you can become successful. All right, so with that said, I'm going to share with you why many of you missed the boat. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, we've been promoting Austin, Texas for the past 10 years. And so I don't know what else to say. I mean, the few investors, we have several thousand members within our organization, our membership, free membership, by the way, and few, always pull the trigger because they are very motivated, they're very serious, they're very committed, they understand the process, and they can overcome fear. All right, so without further ado, let's see. For those of you that didn't pull the trigger 3, 4, 5 years ago in Austin, Texas, you're going to say to yourself, yeah, well, you're going to knock yourself silly. You're going to slap yourself around. Okay. Or you're going to say, oh, I should have, would have, could have bought 3, 4, 5 years ago in Austin. Right now, I want to make so much money. Well, too late. Okay. You procrastinated. You come up with all kind of excuses. That's neither here or there. So let me give you some example. I'm not going to make you feel really bad. Actually, I will make you feel really bad. So we promoted mostly new construction, okay, in everywhere in all the market, especially in South and Southeast, okay. And this community, from this builder, we promoted off market to our investors only. This is not everything we've been promoting all these years. For the most part, not every market are off market only. The inventories are only allocated to our investors and to no one else, not to the public, not to other folks. All right. So this property Okay, this software, we keep track of everything. Each time we promote a property, we put down the address and the purchase price, and the gross projected rent, and with 20 to 25% down payment, you get your monthly cash flow, as you can see right here. So let's fast forward. Okay, this property we promoted in Austin, Texas, 4823 Kind Way. So let's fast forward. We click on Zillow. This property we promoted for 139K. I don't know who bought it. Could be one of our members, could be someone else. It was 139K a few years ago. I mean, 4, maybe 5 years ago. Okay, what's today's price? No, this property is not for sale, but it's estimated by Zillow, and Zillow is not always accurate. That is, but the Z estimate is around 308,000. So, if this house were on sale today, given the bidding wars and multiple offers occurring in Austin, Texas, this property, instead of 308K list price, at a mere 5 to 10 people offering, maybe 5-10%, maybe even 50% above this price. So just do the math, right? I mean, the seller, if the seller would sell, they could sell for 350,000. Okay, to be on the safe side, $350,000 selling price. So the person that bought this property, so 350 selling price today, the investor bought it for 139. So what is the return on the investment? The investor put 20% down payment to finance this property 5 years ago, let's say, I'm not sure exactly, around 5 years ago. So 20% multiplied by 139, we're talking 26,000 plus closing costs, 4,000, $30,000 totally out of pocket for down payment, and cash flow at a couple $100 at that time. Holding period is 5 years. The purchase price was 139, and the selling price is 350. What's the return on investment? I lost track. I don't even know. I need to do some calculation. 300%. Okay, you put 30%. Okay, so the loan balance, let's say, for sake of discussion, is 100,000. So you sell the property for 400,000, right? No, 350,000. Sorry, you sell the property for 350,000 today. The loan balance was 100,000. So you have a profit of $250,000 before taxes. Okay, so let's exclude taxes out of the way. So you put in 30 grand total out of pocket, your at-risk investment, your gross, if you were to sell at 250,000, what's the return on your investment? Let me do my calculation. You make 250K before taxes. So 250,000 divided by your $30,000 of initial investment equals 8 times. You make your money 8x, they call it, right? It's an 8x. You make 250K, you only put in 30 grand. You make your money 8x. What's the return on investment? 100%. Oh, the numbers are mind-boggling. All right, so let's, I'm not gonna spend too much longer. Let me go through this particular community. There's another community I wanna show you that we promoted. I really want to show you that. Right here, we promoted a builder. A builder 5 years ago allocated several of the inventories for our investors in the in Manor, Texas. This is the they call it this community is Austin Colony. All right. Okay, it's Austin Colony is Walcott Drive. So these are new construction that I don't know. Few of our investors bought from this subdivision as an investment. So I don't know, 5 or 10 of them. Or I don't know, among several thousand investors that that saw this investment opportunity at that time 4 or 5 years ago. So let's go ahead and copy and paste the address. The investor I don't know who it is, bought it for 185K 5 years ago, right? Manor, Texas, by the way, is like 15 miles east of downtown Austin. And it's only a few miles, Manor is only a few miles from the Tesla Gigafactory, right? Elon Musk. So that area beyond 2021 is going to explode. So, but I can only go with today's price. Let's go ahead and paste the address. What's the market value today at that subdivision? And the market value is 373,000, and this may not be accurate. Again, this property is not for sale according to Zillow. If the seller, the investor, were to sell this property, again, giving the multiple offers that this seller could receive, this $373,000 could be easily $400,000, $415,000, maybe in $420,000. Okay, let's say for the sake of the discussion, for the sake of simplicity, let's say this property sells for $400,000 today. So let's go over $400,000 today. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost 2,000 square foot. Is it amazing? At that time, 5 years ago, it's only 185,000, right? As you can see right here. Now it's 400,000. So this investor put 20% down payment, 20% multiplied by 185 is 36,000 plus closing costs of 3,000 to 4,000. So $40,000 total out of pocket. The investor very smartly finances the property. They only put 40 grand to leverage up an asset which is worth 185K 5 years ago. This 185K becomes $400,000 right now, right? So 20% down payment. So the loan is probably about 120,000, right? So 400 grand minus 120,000 loan balance, we're talking $280,000 capital gains before taxes. Once again, the at-risk investment for the investor is 40 grand total. They hold it for 5 years, something to that. Plus, of course, the monthly cash flow they're getting as well. That's, I did not even talk about that. Plus the tenant, you can pay down the debt, systematically speaking, right? Tenant is making you rich, obviously. So do the math, right? Oh my goodness. So I just give you what? 2 examples. Do I need to do any more? Should I go one more? Let's go one more. This is the property we promoted, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago in Round Rock, which is 1 hour, no, not 1 hour, 30 minutes above downtown Austin. So this list price was $254K. And a few years ago, $254K, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And let's see what's today's value. Today's value is $356K. All right. So again, if this property will be in the market, if the seller, but the seller will be smart not to sell this property. The seller, the investor, presumably, should buy and hold long term, 10, 15, 20 years, and let the tenant pay off the mortgage. The 30-year mortgage, you become debt free in several decades. But if the seller were to sell the property, listed at $356K, most likely will be sold for 400 grand. So the house in a mere few years in Austin or in Round Rock have increased tenfold. All right, so I think I have rest my case. I rest my case. There's many, many more, right? Again, all I can say is the majority of the investors did not buy. That's how it is, right? It's the nature of the beast, the human nature. Only a small percentage of the investors pull the trigger at any given time, regardless of the risk of market sideways, up and down, left, right, sideways. It doesn't matter. Okay, only the few, the proud, the entrepreneur, those investors have the have the courage to pull the trigger. For those of you that did it, and you know who you are, I congratulate you. You made a killing in the market, 3 to 5 years. So the moral of the story is, I mean, right? You need to, at some point in time, you need to pull the trigger. Okay, get the cash flow that you need, right? Do your research and due diligence and buy the property, invest for the long term. You have a great interest rate on your mortgage. The rent is going up and appreciation will continue to go up because the demand has far exceeded supply, in case you have not heard. At the end of the day, so we know the Austin Metro has grown massively in the past few years, especially since the pandemic. But so you're asking yourself, are there any more opportunities in Austin Metro? The fear-based investor is going to say, oh no, the market's at its peak. Don't buy anymore. It's all saturated. It's going to crash. That's coming from the world of a fear-based negativity investor. They will never buy. They're just going to talk a good game to justify, to validate their negative belief. They'll never buy. But the courageous one, the few, the proud, the investors understand the Austin market is not only about Austin, it's all the growth into the suburban, the 100-mile radius of Austin, the Austin-San Antonio super metro is growing by leaps and bounds with population growth, job growth. So there are many more opportunities beyond 2021 for our investors to pursue the sub-markets, if you will, in the Central Texas. So there are still opportunity. You have to really understand what's going on, follow our system, follow us, and we'll help you. Okay, so that's just a few examples. I could spend hours more to talk about other real estate transactions that were done for our investors to make our investors a lot of money with very, very low risk. But I'm not going to, make you feel that bad. But if you didn't pull the trigger, it's on you, right? So, right. So there's so much more opportunities. Once again, just focus on your plan, show courage, take action, use our team to help you. You'll be fine for the long term. Okay. Thank you so much. This is Wing Yi from Yi Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Goodbye.